call to action.
Outside the Bellingham Police Department, the lead investigators in this situation, members of law enforcement, calling these Good Samaritans saints and saying their actions are what helped save those deputies' lives.
A quiet neighborhood full of families faced absolute terror on Thursday.
But the wad from the shotgun landed in our backyard. I had kids outside.
Cody Deeter tells me Thursday around 4 in the afternoon, his family was in their backyard when the chaos started. Investigators say a 60-year-old man started yelling at his neighbor over burning debris. He then came out with a shotgun and fired.
Got the kids inside, and we went in and got our weapons.
Deeter lives next to the home that was burning the debris. He didn't know it yet, but this site would be where he experienced the most terrifying moments of his life. Whatcom Sheriff's deputies arrived on scene, and at some point during the investigation, they say the 60-year-old suspect fired the shotgun again.
Then all of a sudden you hear a shot ring out, and Officer Thompson fell backwards.
Deeter says he was standing with the other deputy who ran toward the gunshot and got hit as well. Deeter says he was close behind.
That's when I step around the corner. I drop an entire magazine at this guy.
Deeter tells me he and the other deputy dragged the fallen Whatcom County officer to cover in this garage where they waited for backup.
It was nerve-wracking. It was, yeah, my heart was definitely racing.
Eventually, more officers arrived on scene and the suspect surrendered. Law enforcement is calling Deeter's action a miracle.
Thank you for what you did. There is no doubt in my mind that you saved those deputies' lives.
But Deeter tells me these deputies are members of his community, people they see on the holidays, patrolling their neighborhoods, keeping them safe. He says there was no other thought in his mind on Thursday than to act.
And those guys would take a bullet for me. They'd take a bullet for you.
60-year-old Joel Young is the suspect in this case, looking at 2 charges of attempted murder behind bars on a $5 million bond. In regards to those 2 deputies, there's an amazing community here in Whatcom County. There are 2 GoFundMes that have already raised thousands of dollars for each one of the deputies. If you're interested in learning more on those GoFundMes, go to fox13seattle.com. Reporting here in Whatcom County, I'm AJ Janabel for Fox 13 News.